So I've had a couple questions on how I mount the unibody to the rotisserie. So I figured I'd just take a minute and kind of go over that. In the front, it's very simple. Just a bolt up through the normal firewall mounting screw. That's it. Nothing crazy there. That's very simple. It's a very rugged mounting point, as you can see. It has a lot of reinforcement, especially on the convertibles. So that's fine. In the back, I did something a little different. You know, I still had my post coming out. I just took a piece of a 2-inch ID square tubing. I built a bracket that spaced up with a piece of rectangular stock, sistered onto that a couple of brackets, and picked up my hole for the rear spring shackle. I put a plate underneath it too, just to give it a flat surface to lie on. Wasn't a very, it's not super elaborate, but it held it pretty well. I also, just because I wanted to give it a little extra added strength, I picked up one bolt hole on the rear bumper mount too. Just brought that down and welded it off to the bracket. Obviously, I'll have to cut that off. That's not, wholly removable. So for right now, I'll probably leave it on there. But before I return this to its owner, I will remove that. But that's how I did it. You got to obviously space this up a bit, and I spaced it up about 5 inches, the center of the hole to the top of the bracket. That gets it up off from here. The only thing I don't like about the way I did this is it makes it very difficult to get into the trunk latch and with anything long enough to open the trunk. So I had to make like a little special sheet metal tool just to kind of get in there and crank that around. And I don't think I would enjoy painting it like this either, because this is so close to this that I think I would struggle. So, that's one way to approach it. I don't think it's the only way to attach it, obviously, but it's just what I did. But you can see it holds it well. I can, flip it pretty easily. You do have to get up pretty high to be able to flip it completely over, but it holds it well. I don't have any weird creaking or groaning going on as I do it. So, that's just how I do it. Again, I kind of come in as far as I could. That spring shackle is back at about 13 inches ish. I go 5 inches up off the top, and then I throw just another support in here for the rear bumper. That seemed to hold everything nice and tight. So just a little overview of what I'm doing there. Today I am going to pull this off the rotisserie finally. The unibody is pretty much ready. I'm going to pull it off the rotisserie, put it on the small body cart, slide it out of the way, and keep it ready to go for when the frame gets here. So, ahead of schedule. I'm a couple weeks early. It's crazy. I know. Anyway, all right, that's it for now. All right, so I liberated this rig from the rotisserie, and this feels like we're getting somewhere. Crazy.